Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming to you live from South Champion Field at Boomer Esiason Field, East Islip High School, getting ready for the LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week, featuring a big-time rivalry matchup, East Islip versus West Islip. Travis Quigley, joined by Ellis Joshua, here to take you through the call of today's game. It's a wet one here on Long Island, but that is not going to slow down two of the top teams here in Suffolk County. Ellis, both these sides only one loss in conference play so far this season. Both these teams, that lone loss came to Kings Park. So just talk about a little bit what we can expect from these two teams. West Islip, their last matchup was that loss against Kings Park, so a little bit of adversity coming back today. How will they respond from that loss? East Islip, they're on a bit of a run here. Just talk about both these sides as a team briefly, please.
Yeah, well, Travis, this is a game that, of course, both of these teams had circled on their calendar. Of course, this being a huge rivalry game, the battle between East Islip and West Islip. And yeah, both of these teams entering this game having a really, really good season. You mentioned West Islip just a moment ago, of course, losing to Kings Park in their last game. So they are now 10-1 on the season, suffering their first loss in their previous game. And East Islip coming in at 10-2. Also, their only loss in conference is to Kings Park. Their other loss was to Wantagh over in Nassau County. But this is a game that could have huge implications for the playoffs, as we're really just around the corner to the start of the postseason. And these two teams right now in Suffolk Class B, they're looking like your top two teams in the conference. So this game could be the deciding factor and who ultimately gets the number one seed in Class B. But should be a really good game between these two teams coming up here in just a few minutes.
Like Ellis said, potential maybe Conference B championship preview here between West Islip and East Islip. Definitely a game with a lot at stake, as mentioned. That number one seed, both these sides are going to want to claim that, and this matchup could certainly help determine it. Warm-ups have concluded. We're going to get the announcement of the starting lineups and the playing of the national anthem right now. Anthem's been played, both sides coming together now with their respective coaching staffs, getting the final instruction before we get things going. Once again, Travis Quigley and Ellis Joshua here taking you through the call of this LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week. And Ellis, we talked about it a little bit before the anthem was played, a matchup here, a lot at stake, two teams battling potentially to claim that number one seed, and also potentially a little bit of a preview of what we could see come the end of the Conference B playoffs in that championship game, as these two sides have been phenomenal so far in the regular season.
Yeah, 100%. These two teams really couldn't ask for a much better start to the season. Again, West Islip coming in 10-1, East Islip 10-2, and of course, both of these teams, again, there's a good chance that they could see each other down the line in the postseason. So one of the things that I'll be interested in seeing is just how much each team kind of shows the other in this game, with, of course, both sidelines knowing that there's a good chance that they do meet again in the playoffs. You may not want to give away too much in the regular season matchup, so it should be interesting to see how this one transpires.
That's a great point as well. Possibly not showing all of your cards here in this regular season contest. Both sides touch knucks, and we're just about ready to go here. East Islip first and third, wearing the home white uniforms, going left to right on your screen. Red East Islip across the front with the red numbers on the front and back. West Islip going right to left first and third with the gold uniforms, blue numbers on the front and back. And right off that opening face-off, it's West Islip who is going to take possession, making the 10-minute drive down the road here today.
And another thing, too, to look out for, Travis, is how the weather could potentially play a factor.
Quick shot, nice save as well by Walendowski. And you're right, Ellis. Rained a lot earlier this afternoon. It's died down a bit. We'll keep our eye on the radar. Hopefully it stays away and stays dry so we can get the game that we all were looking forward to and expecting. Never want the weather to play a factor. Obviously it can, though. East Islip got the save from Walendowski, now coming through their first possession here. Still in the early going of this contest. And controlling the rock, it's Ryan Parker. Certainly got to watch out for him. 21 goals, 26 assists on the campaign so far. He dishes it across, and it's Jack Kalinowski who gets it right back to Parker. 20 on the shot clock. Parker gets a pick right, keeps rolling. Very tight defense being played right now by Chase Busking. Rock with Bernardos. Back for Parker. 5 on the clock. Parker rolling middle, trying to split through 2. Rock's knocked free. We get a whistle from the official. Push from the back. It's staying with East Islip. Reset of the shot clock here.
And that's a tough break for West Islip, as the shot clock was down to the final couple of seconds. But the push will reset it, and possession stays with East Islip.
Knocked out of Parker's stick as again he tries a spin move through 2 defenders. Doesn't work. And now West Islip will look to clear. It comes back to the starting shot stopper, Travis Vine, for the Lions.
And that's a nice defensive stance for West Islip. And coming up with that initial ground ball was number 5, Angela Lanteri. So now West Islip back with it on offense after the defensive stance.
It's Quinn Riley who checks in, gets the pass, shoots, and scores! Quinn Riley gets it going early, 1-0 for the Lions.
As we take another look at this one, Quinn Riley, the High Point commit, with an absolute sniper from distance for the game's first goal. Riley entering this matchup with 24 goals on the season, and he's off to the quick start for West Islip.
Using the bounce shot there, as Ellis said, from distance. He makes it 1-0, 2 minutes and 16 seconds into this game. We'll see who comes away with the ensuing face-off. Ball still kicking around on the deck, now pushed out, almost scooping it up, knocked free, still on the ground. Now we get a whistle from our official. It's going to go to East Islip.
So now let's see how East Islip can respond, as it's Kalinowski, number 8, with the rock.
A lot of speed from Kalinowski. His shot goes just wide. It'll stay with EI. And on the reset, Sean Hannigan.
I like the take there by Kalinowski, looking to get involved offensively very early in this game. We actually covered East Islip just last week, Travis, against Harborfields, where they picked up a 15-8 win.
Black shoots, he scores! Great shot there to beat Travis Vine. And it's 1-1, quick response from East Islip.
And Braden Black with the lefty finish. He was one of the players of the game in that game I just mentioned against Harborfields last week. So Braden Black, he comes right back with the equalizer to tie the game up at 1.
And that's the response you're looking for if you're the home side here. Give up the early goal, but doesn't take no more than 30 seconds later for you to get it right back, and you win the face-off right afterwards. Just what you're looking for if you're East Islip. Now another chance, this time to take the lead, as it's Hannigan who will take it back behind the cage. Keeps rolling, trying to spin away from the defense. Tightly played by Angelo Lanteri. EI just kicking it around the horn right now.
And talking about this East Islip offense, Travis, not only do they have a number of upperclassmen that have had big-time seasons for them, but also underclassmen as well. Owen Madden, number 1, with the Rock in the class of 2028.
Madden still with it, driving right. Madden dishes it. Bernardo's for Parker. Parker fakes right, goes left. Wants a pass, so he'll move it over to Bernardo's. Bernardo's from left to right. Looking for an outlet, nothing there. 7 on the shot clock. I got to go quick. Berlin, no lane to the net. Quick pass, shot, save made by Vine, still free. GB scooped up, and Lanteri. We get a whistle from the official here, and it's going to stay with East Islip.
Yeah, the violation there by West Islip, unfortunate because they did everything they needed to get the initial stop. But this is going to be a fresh shot clock for East Islip to work with to try to take their first lead of the game.
And that's the second time early on here where West Islip has forced a turnover, gotten a stop, as we see a shot go over the net there from McEntee. So I was saying, second time that we've seen that happen here for West Islip, where they forced a turnover, get a stop, and end up essentially damaging themselves by either a violation, taking a foul, something of that nature. They get a stop there, and they win the race to get possession. So now a clear attempt, a chance for West Islip to get back on offense. Vine's pass doesn't hit a stick. It's free right now. Still on the ground, coming away with the GB. Who will it be? 3-on-3, battling for it. It's up in the air. It was momentarily in the stick of Rizzuto. West Islip come away with it now, but it's again back on the ground. And now finally picked up by Adamas.
And how about the lengthy battle there for that ground ball as it hits the deck once again.
And Yai scooped up. Bernardo's has the rock. And Ellis, maybe now we'll settle things down a little bit here after that last 30 seconds. Like you said, a little bit hectic as it was kicking around. Just a complete battle for that GB.
Yeah, definitely helter-skelter. Wondering if, again, the weather could be playing a bit of a factor here. But those 50-50 ground balls going to be huge in deciding who comes away with the win in this game.
Black with the shot, he'll score! Second of the game for Braden Black. And now it's 2-1 for East Islip.
So Braden Black, he is 2 for 2 here in the first quarter. The senior committed to Cortland, going with the bounce shot, and he gives East Islip their first lead of the game at 2-1.
Don't always got to go top shelf, fellas. Sometimes the old classic bounce shot, it works wonders. And we've seen Black use it twice now. Got both of his goals in that manner with the bounce shot. And with 6:26 to go here in the first quarter, East Islip with a 2-1 lead. A violation off the faceoff, so West Islip will take possession here. And the Lions will look to respond now. We saw EI respond quickly after the Lions scored their first goal. Can West Islip do the same shot and a goal? What a snipe right there. Michael Hazelton ties it right back up 2-2.
Oh, and the snipe is right, Travis. Appropriately said as he turns the corner and just stings that up top with the high heat. Hazelton coming right back with the equalizer. Just what West Islip was looking for. And this one is now tied up at 2.
8th of the season for Hazelton. And like you said, the burst of speed around the corner just to generate enough space to get that shot off. And then the pinpoint accuracy, as I was talking about, quick response for West Islip as EI will control the face-off momentarily. Pass went wayward. Now it's on the deck. Once again, we see another battle for a ground ball. And coming away with it, Grant Weiss, he'll just dish it off. And he'll head off for a sub as EI work into this offensive possession, tied up at 2. A little over 5.5 remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Grant Weiss securing that possession. Then with the quick flip to Ethan Bernardos for the East Islip offensive possession.
And Black trying to roll to the middle of the field. He beats his defender. Now will pass it off. A fake. Now to the right side. And a goal. What a shot there. Ethan Bernardos makes it 3-2.
How about this take by the Sacred Heart commit, Ethan Bernardos, as we take another look at this one. So Bernardos with the handle, then a little swim move to get back to his right, pinning the upper corner to put East Islip back in front 3-2. And a back and forth affair here so far in the first quarter.
It's a beautiful goal right there. And Ellis, something we might have to keep an eye on as this game continues to progress is we've seen it twice already, those consistent long battles for those ground balls. We talked about the weather potentially playing a factor, and that potentially could be the reason why we're seeing those extended battles. As EI, they win the face-off after the goal. Looking to get forward with the rock as the timeout is going to be called by East Islip as Rizzuto had possession.
So Coach Zumo taking his first timeout here of the game. Of course, you got 2 timeouts per half. So Coach Zumo and East Islip will use their first here.
And Ellis, just a shade under 5 minutes left. 1 goal game. A lot of pressure being applied off that face-off. Probably you could call here from Coach just to slow things down a little bit, bring the team together.
Yeah, definitely. And again, every possession is so important, and both sidelines know just how close this game could be down the stretch. And even in the first quarter, very early in the game, Coach Zumo certainly seeing the value in this possession after scoring the go-ahead goal and winning the face-off. So not wanting his team to put the ball in harm's way, so he uses that first timeout here of the first half.
So we're getting set now to come out of the timeout. East Islip with the 3-2 lead. They will have possession here. 4:58 in quarter number 1. Starting with the rock for EI. It's going to be Parker, and Parker gets the whistle and gets things going here. 3-2 lead once again for the home side in this rivalry matchup, the LILJ Buoy 4 game of the week. Pick right, and the pass comes up north. It's back with Parker. Parker being defended. Spin move. Parker jumping shot, scores. Ryan Parker makes it 4-2 on the incredible individual effort.
Yeah, and Ryan Parker, talk about bringing out your do-it-yourself kit right there as we take another look at this as he rolls back to his right. And I like to call that Air Parker as he finishes that one with the high heat. So East Islip, they take the 2-goal lead as we go back to the face-off X.
Pulled back, and EI trying to scoop it up. The GB is collected. That was Rizzuto, then tossed it back to Walendowski, now on the near side of the field. Pass gets intercepted. Great display of athleticism there from Chase Busking. He'll just bounce one into an area for Derek Busking. And Derek and Chase, 2 of the offensive leaders for this Lions team. As the rock now comes for Clematis, who just checked in now for Quinn Riley. Riley shoots. Big stop there from Drew Walendowski.
Oh,
The turnover forced, though, and Chase Busking will score.
oh, Busking. Right place, right time, as he timed it perfectly, getting his stick up to intercept the outlet by Walendowski. And right in front of the cage for the finish. So West Islip taking advantage of the turnover to creep back within one. What a heads-up play by Busking.
And that's all just vision and IQ right there, Ellis. Just paying attention, being in the right place, right time, but also having the IQ to have the stick in the right place at the right time as well, picking that one off. And Busking gets rewarded for it. Makes it 4-3. Now the Lions just one goal back as EI will win the faceoff. Chase Canfora, he's been very, very good at the faceoff X so far today.
Yeah, definitely you would say so far here in the first quarter, East Islip with the advantage at the faceoff X as they look to answer the goal scored by Busking to reclaim a 2-goal advantage.
Bernardo's to pick right, keeps rolling. Moves it up top for Parker. It's with Hannigan now. Hannigan defended. Still looking for an opening. Trying to get to the front. Through the middle. McEntee missed the pass. Comes back over the 50, and it's going to go to West Islip.
Yeah, and I thought that was a nice defensive stance by West Islip with their poles. Kevin Sonati, number 14. Also Tyler Vericchio, number 10. Doing a nice job on that defensive stance and forcing the over and back on East Islip. As now we'll have a timeout here taken.
Yeah, that pass was soaring over Will Schwartz's head, and he leaped up, grabbed it with one hand, right as the timeout was getting called for the Lions. So now West Islip using their first timeout of the half with 2:55 to go here in quarter number one. Score is 4-3. And Ellis, what do you think the Lions are going to be looking for coming out of this timeout with possession here?
Yeah, well, I think for West Islip now, after forcing the turnover, now you're definitely looking to take advantage. As this game transpires, expect to hear a lot of the Busking brothers in this game. Of course, we've already seen the 1 goal scored by Chase Busking off of the turnover on the ride. But look for both Derek and Chase Busking to really be involved on the offense here for West Islip as they look to come out of this timeout and try to even up the score at 4 apiece.
And a big opportunity here for West Islip to do just that. They'll start with possession on the far side of the field, right at the 30. And looks like jogging over to take the rock is going to be Nicholas Henry. And Walendowski's made a couple of big saves so far here in this first quarter. That has definitely kept the Lions at bay, kept them off the scoreboard a little bit as well.
Yeah, and with a goalie like Drew Walendowski for East Islip, every time they take the field, they have an outstanding chance to win games just solely based on Drew Walendowski alone and his ability to really rack up the saves.
Knocked out of Henry's stick by Parker. Parker will scoop up the ground ball and now look to clear.
Oh, what a play there by Ryan Parker. East Islip looking to maintain this possession, and they do. Now they'll look to clear, but love the physicality displayed by Parker coming up with that caused turnover.
Great job by Parker, the midi. But a turnover now forced going the other way for West Islip. Flag soaring through the air right now. Possession maintained by Derek Busking. And he's going to try to slow it down a little bit before just dishing it back for Schwartz.
So our first flag of the day. So this is a free play here for West Islip. But we've seen so far in this first quarter, Travis, just the turnovers on both sides starting to pile up just a little bit. And again, you got to think the weather could be playing a bit of a factor in that.
With the Rockets, Hazelton, he's quickly closed in by 3 EI defenders. GB will be scooped and the whistle will be blown. West Islip going to have a man-up opportunity here. West Islip man up now. They'll look to work quickly here. Hazelton fakes a shot, moves it right side. Now one will come through, gets blocked on the way.
Yeah.
Mariani in the way of that one.
Yeah, good eat there by Mariani. All over that shot.
On the reset, it's Derek Buskin. Quick shot off the pass. It was Riley, and the save made by Walendowski. EI trying to clear as they take possession. Comes back to Walendowski now, and he's going to slowly meander up the field, evaluating all of his options.
Nice sliding save by Drew Walendowski, and now he's going to take this up the field himself.
He's got a lane. He's on his horse. Tries to make a pass, and it goes right to the West Islip netminder. Now in, it's Jackson Olfano, and he quickly moves it ahead. Transition offense, and a wide open net. They score! This game is tied. Kevin Sinati makes it 4-4.
Sinati striking for the empty net pole goal right there. And that was a product of the turnover forced by West Islip as Walendowski taking that one all the way up the field himself, unable to recover and get back in the net. And West Islip, they come back to now tie the game up at 4 with 52.7 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Yeah.
How about that turn of events, Travis?
Big turn of events, big goal for West Islip as East Islip will take possession. Saw Coach Zumo also having a quick conversation with Walendowski about that one as well. As Parker going right to the net, shoots just wide. And that's one of those ones, Ellis. The goalie scores, everyone's going crazy. It doesn't work in your favor.
Yeah, it could be backbreaking.
That's when it's like, okay, well, maybe we don't try that one again unless we're 100% confident. He had the lane, quickly lost it though, and West Islip responded as another flag goes in the air. This time it's going to be going against the Lions, and now EI will be going man up. Let's see if we can get a look at the signal here.
So this is going to be a 1-minute man up here for East Islip on the cross check. So that's going to bring us, this will carry over rather, into quarter number 2. As we're down to 23.8 remaining here in the first.
Now, EI with their chance man up to get the goal and get that lead back. As Ellis said, 23 seconds to go. You figure EI just comfortably going to hold here, get that last shot off before time expires.
Yeah, they'll probably look to just hold it here and let the clock run, and then that way you avoid the face-off going into the second quarter.
And 5 seconds left. Looks exactly, that's what they're going to do. Kalinowski just taking a spin behind the cage. Time does expire in quarter number 1, and we're tied at 4 between West Islip and East Islip here for the LILJ Buoy 4 game of the week. Again, 4-4 game. East Islip got out to the lead. They had a 2-goal lead at one point, up 4-2. West Islip responded with 2 quick goals of their own. The goal in the final minute from Kevin Sinati, the pole goal, tied it up, and that's how things stand as we head to break. We'll take a quick pause. We'll return in just a minute with more action right here. Again, the LILJ Buoy 4 game of the week. Coming back for quarter number 2, score 4-4 between East Islip and West Islip. Travis Quigley and Ellis Joshua here taking you through the LILJ Buoy 4 game of the week. And EI still man up here, 37 seconds on the shot clock. No face-off, they'll get things going right away as they look to regain the lead here on their home turf. Rock just being kicked around right now. It's with Hannigan. Hannigan, little fake, stays with it. 20 on the shot clock now. Pass ahead, Kalinowski back down low. Hannigan in front. Parker with the shot and a big save made by Jackson Olfano.
And that was a nice look by Hannigan and Parker there for the shot, but the denial for West Islip to keep this game tied up. Nice job by Olfano.
A long pass coming out of the crease, trying to obtain it was Walendowski. Now a foot race for the Rock. Who's going to scoop the GP? Still a battle for it, 3-on-3. And it looks like it was momentarily picked up by West Islip and busking. Now it's once again scooped. This time it's Chase who will retrieve it.
And we've seen these lengthy battles for the ground ball, Travis. Again, the 50-50 balls, as we have a flag down, but the 50-50 balls certainly going to be critical as this game continues to unfold.
Nicholas Henry controlling, being defended right now by Fantuzzi. Henry with a little head fake, cuts back to his left. Henry, right side, little spin move. Parker coming to help out defensively. Pass to the middle. Behind the back shot, he scores! What a beautiful goal right there. And West Islip takes a 5-4 lead on the goal from Quinn Riley.
Oh, what a handle by Quinn Riley. And then the BTB finish for his second of the game and give Nick Henry the assist. You can add that one to the highlight reel. What a spectacular finish to put West Islip in front 5-4.
I'm taking the executive decision here. I'm starting a new category, and that one's my top contender for the LILJ goal of the week. That was a beauty right there from Quinn Riley. And now 5-4 for the Lions, and they'll take possession off the faceoff.
So now West Islip, you get the goal, then you get credit for another face-off win here. A chance for them to take a 2-goal lead as they're off to a good start here in the second quarter.
And this is the first lead that West Islip has had since it was 1-0 when Quinn Riley got the scoring started in the opening quarter. A shot there sails wide from Nicholas Henry. It's going to stay with the Lions. A little over 2 minutes played here in quarter number 2. Getting things going, Derek busking. A quick pass. And now a shot, save made. Diving on top of it, Drew Walendowski.
Another great save by Walendowski. All over that shot. Showcasing his athleticism on that save. Now Walendowski will look for the outlet as East Islip trying to get this ball back up to their offense. Walendowski approaching midfield here. Going to take it himself again, it looks like.
Scoop it back up off the ground. Now, instead of taking it all the way to the cage, he'll dish it off and head back to his post as EI get a successful clear. 9:15 in the second quarter. And it's Hannigan who looks to get the offense going. EI down by a goal here. And now it's Bernardo's makes the pass. Odd angle shot there from Kalinowski. Sails over the net, stays with East Islip.
Yeah, tough angle there on that shot by Kalinowski. But still 35 seconds on the shot clock for East Islip to work with.
Hannigan makes a nice move. Looking across, great hand-eye coordination, knocking that pass down. Kevin Sinati, it'll go out of bounds and stays with East Islip, but just 26 on the shot clock now.
Yeah, and a good break up there by Sinati on that pass. He was all over that one. Good read.
Parker jumps and shoots, and the save is made. Jackson Olfano, he's been money since entering the game.
Yeah, Olfano coming up with a couple of very timely saves here in the second quarter. As West Islip, they made the goalie switch here in quarter number 2.
Olfano came in a little bit late in quarter number 1. I believe it was right after that fourth goal, actually, for East Islip. So, as we said, he's made a couple of, as you said, Ellis, he's made a couple of timely saves. He's done the job that's been asked of him since entering the game. Turnover was momentarily forced by EI, but West Islip will regain possession. Busking, that's Chase with the rock. They'll move it off right side. Schwartz, nice move. Back for Busking. Flag in the air. Busking makes a move. Shoots, goes wide with it. What an opportunity. As Busking was trying to add to his highlight reel.
Busking definitely wishes he could have that one back, as he was shooting that one from point-blank range. But with the flag, that'll keep possession with West Islip as they get a fresh shot clock to work with.
Yeah, 1 minute for slashing. And West Islip man up once again here in this game with the 5-4 lead. 7:45 to go in the first half. How will West Islip play this opportunity? It's with Schwartz. He'll go right back to X with it. Derek Busking. Through the middle, it's Chase now. Back outside, Chase on the return. Thought about shooting, instead kicks it right side. Comes back down low. Derek for Chase. Shoots over.
As that shot went high by Chase Busking. But don't let him have an open opportunity to shoot the rock.
It's back with Chase Busking now. Nicholas Henry. The shot, he scores. Will Schwartz on the pass from Henry. The man-up goal, and it's 6-4.
Pure heat from the sophomore Will Schwartz. And the assist going to Nick Henry, his second assist. And Schwartz, who entered this game with 22 and 13 for 35 points on the season, adding to his total with his first goal of the game.
And you saw from Schwartz a lot of conviction as soon as he received that pass. He only had one thing on his mind, and I'm taking a shot. And the accuracy on it was absolutely perfect. 2-goal lead now for West Islip, their biggest lead of the day. EI respond by winning the faceoff. Now can they respond with a goal? It's Parker who possesses the rock, and he'll just work it back behind the cage. Bernardos being defended by Sinati. Moves it up for Kalinowski. Kalinowski for McCann. Black. I was looking at the wrong sheet there.
No worries, Travis. All good as Black with the feed. That shot going high. Still 35 on the shot clock for EI.
Back with Black. He's on hat-trick watch. He scored 2 in the first quarter. Had the first 2 goals for EI. Now he's looking for a pass. Nobody there to receive it. And an unforced turnover going on EI. West Islip will take possession and look to clear.
Yeah, and would have liked to have seen Black take advantage of the short stick matchup there. But instead, he was looking for the feed, which went out of bounds for the East Islip turnover.
Alfano moves the rock ahead. And Bianca gets the clear for the Lions. Peyton Bianca right along the sideline for moving the rock. Jack Harville. Back with Jack. Moves it over to Hazelton. He's got a goal today. And now he's got a lane to the net. And ends up backing off. Didn't like it. Moves it for Schwartz. Schwartz splits through 2. Bounce shot goes wide. Right to Hazelton, though. Now he'll feed it. Shot save made. Walendowski kicked right across for Hazelton. Shot clock resets. 5:30 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Walendowski definitely getting a piece of that shot. But West Islip, they have their opportunities here on this trip offensively, as that shot by Schwartz goes wide.
And you see Schwartz, a lot more confidence in scoring that goal, looking for more opportunities to get to the middle of the field. as he will receive the pass and get the offense going on the restart. 40 on the shot clock. He stumbles, but gets it over to Busking. Busking across. It's back with Busking. He receives it from Langhorne. Going to the net, Derek Busking. And now forced off to the corner. He'll work it up top. Harville through the middle, intercepted. And now carrying it ahead, Rizzuto. Rizzuto, a lot of speed. Gets the clear.
Great interception by Rizzuto. All over that pass as he sniffed that one out and timed it perfectly for the pickoff. Definitely a much-needed defensive stance for East Islip.
And Ellis Rain starting to come back down again, so we'll see if that plays a role at all over the next couple of minutes. 4:20 to go in quarter number 2. With the rock for EI, Fantuzzi, he'll move it across for Madden. Madden now for Kalinowski. Kalinowski, couple of fakes, ends up taking it down low at X. Defended by Hazelton. Pass across the seam, goes off the stick of Owen Madden and skips out of bounds. If Madden received that pass, Ellis, he was wide open, a lot of space to fire a shot. Potentially would have been the 5th goal of the game for EI. Instead, skips past him, goes out of bounds, and West Islip take possession.
Yeah, would have had a great shot opportunity to bring East Islip back within 1, but just unable to handle that pass. Unfortunate for East Islip, as looks like we're going to have a turnover, and this ball is going to be going right back to East Islip.
Yeah, turnover there, unforced on West Islip. Now EI, opportunity once again. They get it right back after their turnover. Opportunity to make amends, get that one back. Bernardos gets a pick right, rolls out, shoots, save made, Alfano. A quick pass, it goes off the ground. West Islip trying to recover. GB is scooped up by Lanteri, and a timeout going to be called by the Lions.
So Coach Corcoran using his second timeout here of the first half. So West Islip, they are out of timeouts for the remaining 3:17 in the first half. But that was a really nice defensive stance. Really like the on-ball defense by number 14, Kevin Sonati, on that shot attempt, which led to the save by Alfano to preserve the 2-goal lead for West Islip. So now they're going to really look to try to grab the momentum and grab a potential stranglehold here of the game in the final 3:17 of the quarter.
And Ellis, this is a good time for us to talk about the play of Jackson Alfano since he's checked into this game. He's been absolutely sensational. He's made a couple of big stops, timely saves, keeping EI off the board since he's come in. And you just talked about it, the big save he made right there before we got to that timeout.
Yeah, I think you definitely have to like what you're seeing from Alfano if you're that West Islip sideline for sure. And really just the defensive effort overall here in this second quarter. Got to give major credit to the defense and their pulls, whether it's Kevin Sonati, just mentioned the on-ball defense that he just played on that shot attempt. Tyler Vericchio, number 10 as well for West Islip. So I think that Coach Cork definitely has to like what he's seeing from his defense here in quarter number 2. And West Islip now a chance to take their largest lead of this first half, jump in front by 3.
And as we come out of this timeout, rain coming down a little bit harder now. Again, could be a factor if it continues to pour as it is. We come out of this timeout, 3:10 to go in the first half, as West Islip have to go right to left, back across as they look to clear, and electing just take it himself right now. Sonati shoots, goes wide. Took a check right as he was about to release that one. Stayed on his horse, won the foot race for his team.
Yeah, plenty of daylight there for Sonati as he saw the opportunity
You saw he was looking for the pass at first, and then once he realized, wow, I've got a full lane ahead, I can go, he absolutely took it.
Yeah, no one's stopping ball there, so a break for East Islip as possession still with the Lions with now 42 on the shot clock.
Nicholas Henry pushing to the right side. Looking for a spin move. Now a pass across. Comes off the stick of Parker. Yeah, skips across and just goes out of bounds. Almost saving it there was Brendan McCaffrey. He'll stay with West Islip. 32 on the shot clock. 2:33 to go in the opening half.
Good deflection by Parker, and East Islip looking to get another defensive stop here and keep this a 2-goal game as this ball hits the ground momentarily.
It got picked right back up, though, by Clematis. And now he'll move it across. Quinn Riley. Riley, no lane to the net. He'll kick it over for Nicholas Henry. Henry, sidearm shot, save made while Lewandowski. Riley's there to scoop it up. 2 minutes to go. Shot clock resets. And Riley's just going to slow it down here. He recognized the shot clock reset, realizes that the Lions have a little bit more time to work with now.
Yeah, time and score certainly huge in a game like this. Of course, Riley with the recognition. So West Islip, they can take this possession down to just a little over a minute remaining in the quarter if they would like.
Clematis rolls out. His shot didn't get right to the net, but it bounces across to Derek Busking, and he'll scoop it up and keep possession here with 25 on the shot clock for the Lions. Busking takes a check up high, and a flag comes up into the air. Now on the ground, EI takes possession. We get the whistle.
Yeah, and this is a big flag here because now possession is going to stay with West Islip as we wind down this second quarter. So a minute 25 on the clock.
A minute for a cross check.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be a 1 minute man up now for West Islip. So they can take this down to 25 seconds left in the quarter.
They've already capitalized man up here in this quarter. Can they do it again late as the half gets close to expiration? With the rock now moving it across. It's Nicholas Henry just going around the horn. The Lions will wait for the opening. Hazelton, quick fake, spins back, now moves it to Riley. Riley for Hazelton, now over to Henry. Down low, lane to the net, and a save made. Walendowski on Will Schwarz.
Big save by Walendowski, keeping this a 6-4 game as possession remains with West Islip. And now looks like we're going to have a timeout here taken by Coach Zumo and East Islip. A defensive timeout here just to try to make sure that they keep this score right where it's at. So they'll use their second timeout here of the half. So they are now out.
And like you said, defensive timeout here. 57 seconds on the game clock. So we're going to shut the shot clock off here coming out of this timeout. And West Islip certainly, most likely, will probably hold to get that final shot. You don't want to force a turnover, any wayward passes, anything that can put your possession in danger. So I'm sure we'll see West Islip wait until they see that perfect opening to take it. EI already coming out of the timeout. They got their defensive strategy in place very quickly there. They know what they got to do in this 57.3. Again, you're watching the Buoy 4 LILJ Game of the Week. Travis Quigley and Ellis Joshua here on the call. Our producer, Rowan Loddick, and up top, got to give him a shout-out. Braving the elements today, Wally Mitchell operating the camera for us.
And I think, Travis, as we wind down the second quarter, you got to feel like a stop would go a long way for East Islip. Even if they're not able to get a possession offensively, if they can keep this a 2-goal game, that will definitely go a long way going into the second half.
Schwarz goes just wide once again. 45 to go. Lions still working it around here. Comes off to the right side for Henry. Back for Schwarz. He's looking for a pass up top in the middle. And it goes over the head of Riley. There to recover it, though, is Hazelton. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Riley to the right side. It's Henry. Back for Riley. A lot of power on that shot, but he sails it over the net. Stays with Derek Busking. We go back to even strength here. Great job defensively from EI on that man-up situation. They get the numbers back now and 15 seconds to go. Derek Busking, the pass across, shot, scores! Quinn Riley for the hat trick, and it's 7-4.
With 8.5 seconds left in the quarter, West Islip, they take their largest lead of the game, as it's Riley from Derek Busking who has that assist. And West Islip, they gotta love the way that this quarter is coming to a close, taking their largest lead of the game. And you mentioned it, Travis, that gives Quinn Riley the first half hat trick.
A big goal right there for the West Islip Lions just before time expires. EI win the faceoff. One last shot. Alfano makes the save. Steers it off to the corner, and that'll do it for the first half of play. West Islip making the trip down the road, up 7-4 after the first half. EI looking to respond after the break. Ellis, before we go to our break, what'd you like out of the two sides through the opening 24 minutes, and what do you think each side needs to do respectively to come away with a victory? Obviously, so far in West Islip's favor, a strong second quarter to help secure this 3-goal lead.
Yeah, you said it, Travis. A strong second quarter for West Islip is proving to be the difference thus far. I really like their activity on the defensive end as they kept East Islip shut out here in quarter number 2. And if you're Coach Corcoran, again, you got to like what you've seen from your goaltending here in this second quarter. Nice job by Alfano. Love the activity from their poles. So they got to really like where they're at right now. And if you're East Islip, one of the advantages that they did have in the first half was winning the face-offs, but it hasn't proved to be much of a factor here thus far as they have the 3-goal deficit. But if you can kind of continue to win the face-offs, that could maybe turn the game in the second half. And also winning the ground ball hunts, those 50-50 GBs like we talked about. A lot of them went West Islip's way, so we'll see if East Islip can kind of turn the tide in the second half.
And just very quickly before we do go to the break, for East Islip, after being shut out for the quarter just as they were, what's the game plan, what's the message in trying to tell the offense, stick with it? We know Alfano, you and I, we've talked about Alfano a lot here. He's made a couple of big saves. It's not for lack of opportunities for EI, but what do you think the strategy might be to have to maybe challenge Alfano a little bit more?
Yeah, well, of course, a 3-goal deficit would still have to play. Plenty of time to come back from that. But I think it's really just about being able to take advantage of the matchups. You want to try to draw the short stick matchups because West Islip, their polls have done a phenomenal job in this game. Again, whether it's been Kevin Sonati for West Islip or Tyler Verricchio or Angelo Lanteri, the defense has done a really good job, their polls. So for East Islip, you really want to try to take advantage, get some switches, and try to take advantage of the short stick matchups.
So we've got about 7 and change left here in the break. You got the analysis from the best in the business himself, Ellis Joshua. I'm Travis Quigley. We'll take a quick pause here on our end. Don't go anywhere. More action coming up in just a little bit. West Islip 7, East Islip 4. You're watching the LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week, powered by the LI Sports Network.
Playing college lacrosse, don't leave your future to chance. Top-tier recruiting gives you the roadmap. Whether you're in middle school, high school, or already getting recruited, Top Tier is the place to be to help you in your process. Led by former players and coaches, Top Tier provides webinars, personalized guidance, and truth about the recruiting process. Monthly plans, premium access, and real results. And you can sign up today right here at toptierrecruiting.com.
Second half begins, and a quick flag is thrown. Parker does a nice job evading a couple defenders. 7-4 the score. West Islip over East Islip. The LILJ Buoy 4 game of the week. Travis Quigley and Ellis Joshua here on the call. EI with possession, and as soon as West Islip touches up, EI will go man up here as Parker swings it across to Braden Black. He's on hat trick watch still. Pass over, shot, hits the post. What a chance right there for Ethan Bernardos. Right off the iron. Bernardos feeds it. That one gets blocked, scooped up by Olfano. And a man-up opportunity coming here for East Islip. What an opportunity off the rip right there. Kalinowski and Bernardos, 2 great chances.
Yeah, you said it, Travis. Immediate opportunities for East Islip on this opening possession of the third. But with the penalty, they will maintain possession, and they will go man up here as the penalty on West Islip assessed to number 24, Noah Dumond.
We talked about it before we went to the break. EI was shut out in the second quarter, and it would be a great way to respond to that adversity by scoring a quick goal early here in quarter number 3. Now with a man-up opportunity, that opens the door a little bit wider for them. We'll see how they work it. Pass through the middle goes right off the top of the stick of Kalinowski. Backing him up to recover it was Parker. Parker with the pass for Hannigan. Hannigan shoots. He scores. Man-up goal for Sean Hannigan. And EI get on the board at 7-5.
Sean Hannigan, the sophomore, coming up in a big spot here to open up the third quarter. The man-up goal, like you said, Travis. Just what East Islip needed to creep a little closer as they're now down 7-5 early on here in the third quarter.
An early goal, just a minute 5 in for East Islip here on their home turf. And now the face-off. Canfora for EI. He'll win another one. Working quickly. It's East Islip. Rock with Bernardos, and he'll just take it to the corner to slow things down here. The battle, Ellis, between Lucas Dumond and Canfora at the face-off X today. It's been a tight one. Canfora's come out on top more times than not, but those two have really gone to work. And that one across for Black. He scores the hat-trick goal for Braden Black, and now EI is just within 1.
As that pass skipped its way over to Braden Black for the scoop and the score, and it looked like that might have actually ricocheted off the stick of Olfano on that goal. But East Islip, after trailing by 3 moments ago, now they're back within 1. And we should mention that the penalty on West Islip, that was locked in, so they are still playing man down. So this is why East Islip able to take advantage and cut that 7-4 deficit down to 1 as they're trying to win another face-off. This ball is on the ground.
And looking to scoop. We get a whistle here, pushing the back. It's going to go to East Islip. And EI, they're having a little bit of difficulty, as we said, once Jackson Olfano checked in, solving that puzzle. 2 goals early on here in the third quarter. Shows that they figured it out just a little bit here, and now they'll get possession once more. West Islip has yet to possess the rock at all here in quarter number 3.
And that's the way that East Islip, of course, would like to keep it thus far here in the third quarter. Oh, as that ball pops free, and that's going to be a turnover as the ball going back to West Islip.
Transition offense now. A quick pass goes wayward, and an unforced turnover. Back to EI.
Yeah, and a tough break there, Travis, as West Islip, they had the numbers looking to take advantage and push transition, but not able to get a shot off as they give it right back to East Islip.
Yeah, the Buskins were trying to go to work there. Chase was looking for Derek, and the pass just missed his stick. EI clear. And now a chance for them. Pass through the
Oh,
middle,
what a
intercepted. What a play is right, Ellis. Swooping in, Mickey Faulkner. A beautiful defensive play. And he'll just take it himself clear for the Lions. And now they'll go to work offensively. This will be their first real clean look at an offensive possession here in the third quarter.
Yeah, just a heck of a play by Mickey Faulkner with that interception and the clear. Now West Islip trying to push that lead back up to 2 after the defensive stop.
It's Henry with the rock, defended by Parker. He'll dish it for Derek Busking. Busking up top, and it's with Clematis. Clematis left side. A quick pass, hits the ground. Another battle for a ground ball. West Islip will maintain possession, but just 15 seconds on the shot clock now. It's back across to Henry. Henry works left.
Nice
Quick
look.
pass. They score. Schwartz gets his second of the day. And West Islip take back the 2-goal lead.
Great find there by Nick Henry. That's his 3rd assist of the game. On time and on target. And Will Schwartz, he takes care of the rest as the beneficiary to put West Islip in front 8-6.
And that was a very, very tight window to thread that pass through for Henry to find Schwartz, who was diving through the middle like that. So a great cut from Schwartz and an even better pass from Henry to find his stick. Restores the 2-goal lead for the Lions.
That's awesome.
As they bounce back, we have to just reset the clock for a moment. Ended up with 82 minutes on the board there. Supposed to say 8:22. Now we got it back accurate once more. And we're at the face-off X. Another face-off 1. Chase Canfora.
Yeah, Canfora, he's definitely doing his part for sure to give East Islip the ball on these face-offs. Now it's just a matter of can they capitalize as they've been fighting that uphill battle, that uphill climb since the second quarter.
Owen Madden with the rock. He'll move it across into the middle of the field. And it's Braden Black. Takes a couple steps back, now moves it. It's Madden to the left side. Can't get a shot off. Now spins and shoots. He scores!
What a take by Owen Madden, the freshman, as he went up against Tyler Verricchio with the on-ball defense, able to create an angle for himself and takes the contact, still able to score. That is a big boy goal right there by the freshman. What a take.
Great take by Madden. His 20th goal on the season. Like you said, that's a big boy goal right there. You're driving the cage, you're closed off, but you make a nice move to generate that space for yourself. You create your own opening and capitalize on it. 8-7 lead. West Islip after the EI goal. And West Islip will win the faceoff, take possession. Derek Busking. It's knocked down by 2. Flag hits the ground. And West Islip going back man up here, Ellis.
Yeah, and East Islip, as we've seen them continuing to claw their way back into the game, but it's pivotal plays like this where we have the flag assessed to EI, giving West Islip the man up. They've been doing a good job of keeping East Islip at bay thus far. And now we have a 30-second penalty for a push. So that flag is assessed to Ryan Parker. And now West Islip on their man-up offense.
See how quickly the Lions work here. Just 30 seconds, as Ellis mentioned. Comes back to X with Busking. He'll move it across, looking for Schwartz. He's just trying to scoop it ahead, and now he'll pick up the GB. He's got some space now. Schwartz off to the left side. Sidearm rip coming through there for Riley. And Walendowski with another save. Launches a pass ahead for Grant Weiss. He's over the 50, leaves it off for Fantuzzi. And EI clear. Fantuzzi drops it back for Parker, who's free. And a good job from EI on their man-up defense.
Yeah, a pivotal stop with East Islip man down. Walendowski with another save as he continues to rack up the saves here this evening. Now can East Islip come on the other end and tie up this game at 8 apiece?
Bernardos gets the pass from Parker. He'll dish it for Hannigan. Hannigan being defended by Lanteri. Hannigan, nice spin move to the middle. They score! Connor McEntee ties it at 8 off the beautiful pass from Sean Hannigan.
And how about the underclassmen for East Islip stepping up here in this third quarter, as that's the sophomore Sean Hannigan dishing to the freshman McEntee. The right-handed finish by McEntee. And this game is tied up at 8. And we talked about earlier, Travis, as looks like we're going to have another win going to East Islip. But we talked about earlier, Travis, the young guns on East Islip. They're underclassmen that have stepped up this season, whether it's Owen Madden, Connor McEntee, Sean Hannigan, and showing right there on that previous goal why they certainly belong on this East Islip program, having a huge impact in this game.
And Hannigan leading the team in assists, as you mentioned, Ellis, as an underclassman. And with passes like that, there's no question why. That pass from Madden just comes off the stick of McEntee. Out of the net, trying to recover it. It was Olfano. Turnover, though. It's back with EI as they retake it. Hannigan up top. Stepping into a shot, Olfano makes the save on Kalinowski. And a quick pass ahead, trying to transition. It's Faulkner with numbers for the Lions. EI do a good job coming back. Now off on the outside. Shot gets caught up on the side of the net. Out of the stick of Chase Busking. Holding it Walendowski. And he'll start things for EI as they look to clear final 5 minutes of quarter number 3.
So that's back-to-back saves now. One by each side. Now it's East Islip, after trailing by 3, looking to retake the lead for the first time since going back to the first quarter.
Madden got the clear for East Islip, and now it's off with Black. He'll move it across to the left-hand side and gets it right back from Kalinowski. Coming onto the field, it's Parker, and Parker running downfield, had his steam, gets quickly closed off by 2. He'll move it to Black, takes it off the chest, almost like a soccer player there. Now he'll split through 2, takes a bounce shot, and it skips over the net. Good look there from Braden Black. He almost had his 4th of the game. 4:23 to go.
Yeah, Black getting down the chute there. He saw the daylight, just unable to connect on that shot.
Rolling around, Bernardos. He works it across, and now it's with Parker. Parker on the outside, looking through the middle of the field, coming across, closing it down was Lanteri, and it goes out of bounds. It'll go to West Islip. And that was a nice defensive play right there, Ellis, from Lanteri, as McEntee was wide open right in the middle of the field.
Yeah, nice check there, forcing the turnover. So West Islip not relinquishing the lead yet, and now looking to jump back in front. Or I should say, not facing a deficit yet, but keeping this game tied, now looking to jump back in front by 1.
Nicholas Henry, defended by Fantuzzi, beats him on the right side. He'll shoot one that Walendowski tracks the whole way and makes a nice stop there with 3:30 to go. Walendowski, that's 3 in a row for him now, Ellis.
Yeah, watch out when Drew Walendowski is hot in the cage, which is quite frequently for this East Islip team.
Parker, a lot of space, quick pass, McEntee scores! And EI regain the lead, it's 9-8.
And it started on the defensive end with the save by Walendowski. The efficient clear by East Islip. And Parker with the feed, the finish by the freshman McEntee for his 2nd of the game. And East Islip, they jump in front 9-8 here with 3:16 left in quarter number 3.
And for EI, that's incredible way to battle back. You finish the second quarter, you're down 7-4, down by 3 goals. You didn't score a goal at all in quarter number 2, and now you got 5 here in quarter number 3. You retake the lead 9-8, and you come away now with another face-off win, as Kalinowski will slide over to take it. And just a little over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. As we get a whistle from our official here. Just have to reset the shot clock there. So we'll come back outside. Now we'll get things going once more. And Ellis, again, some adversity for EI throughout this game. They come back now with a 1-goal lead, looking to make it 2.
Yeah, and we knew, Travis, with this being a rivalry game, of course, such an important matchup, as we have a save by Alfano, but look out on the rebound.
Another stop, Alfano on McEntee. He thought he had that one, too, from his knees. Great effort from Connor McEntee. The freshman almost had his 3rd straight goal for East Islip, as he's had the last 2. West Islip get the clear, and a little under 2.5 remaining in the third quarter. A response of their own to tie this one back up at 9. It's on the outside with Michael Hazelton. He's got a goal here in today's contest. Reminder, both sides as well as still have both timeouts here in the second half.
Yeah, and you'd have to figure that both sidelines are going to keep those timeouts until well into the fourth quarter, as we have a flag down, as that one is picked off by Walendowski, but this will be staying with West Islip.
Another man-up chance here. We'll see what the call is. 1 minute for a slash. And it looks like it's going on Grant Weiss. Headed over, took the penalty there. So a minute 59 to go. Quarter number 3, 9-8 for East Islip. Shot clock back at 60. And West Islip man up.
And West Islip, this is a huge moment for them here as we wind down the third quarter. Can they get that man-up goal to once again tie up the game?
Derek Busking. Busking at X. Moves it for Riley. Riley up top. Chase Busking across. Just kicking it around the horn. Schwartz for Busking. It's Chase. Chase for Nicholas Henry. Schwartz with a fake. Back for Henry. To Schwartz. He'll step into one. Save made. Walendowski got it with the right foot.
Oh, Drew Walendowski, he's been all over everything here in this third quarter. Big stop for EI on the man down.
That was an incredible stop. And EI, unforced turnover there, Ellis, over and back. 1:09 to go. West Islip with possession and a fresh shot clock. So they can run this one down a bit here. Just a 7-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, and those are the turnovers that will drive coaches crazy, the unforced errors, as East Islip was in a great position to be guaranteed the lead going to the fourth.
And Riley takes it to the house. He scores. We're tied up at 9 right as we get back to even. A great take from Quinn Riley, and he gets his 4th of the day.
Have a day, Quinn Riley, as he takes the contact and still finishes. You said it, Travis. His 4th of the day. What a game this has been between these two rivals as we wind down quarter number 3 with 44 seconds remaining.
And another goal for West Islip in the final minute of the quarter. And you and I talk about this a lot, Ellis, of how the opening few minutes and the closing few minutes of each quarter can be momentum defining for each side. Can this help swing some momentum for West Islip to end this third quarter and go into the fourth as they take possession off the face-off? They get it ahead clear, and now 20 seconds to work with in the quarter. They'll take that final shot and try to take the lead into the fourth.
Yeah, and West Islip, they got to like how this quarter is closed after the turnover, and this shot goes wide.
It was Clematis who shot that one. Bounce shot went over. 8 seconds now, and it's going to be Derek Busking on the restart. He's looking to move quickly. Gets the wheels turned, and Busking diving to the middle. He scores! What a beautiful goal! Derek Busking, he'll get his first of the day in style.
That's a great way to get your first goal of the game. Derek Busking going airborne, making sure he avoided stepping into the crease. What a finish. West Islip ending quarter 3 with a bang as they jump back in front. 10-9 with 3.8 seconds.
A big goal right there for Derek Busking. As we go back to the face-off X, just pushed forward by Canfora. And time's going to expire here in quarter number 3. Derek Busking with the goal late with 3 seconds to go to make it 10-9 for the Lions as we head to break. 12 minutes remaining in regulation time. Who's going to walk away the winner tonight? Don't go anywhere. We'll find out in just a little bit. You're watching the LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week. Back for quarter number 4. Travis Quigley and Ellis Joshua here on the call. As the pass comes back, turned over off the post. Chase Busking. EI won the face-off. Parker's pass back to Walendowski was read perfectly by Chase Busking, and he was inches away from restoring the 2-goal lead for the Lions.
Man, what a sequence. West Islip, a golden opportunity to jump in front by 2.
Here's Nicholas Henry with the rock. Henry spinning, looking for an outlet. No lane to pass yet. Now he finds one. Across, trying to spin. Nothing there for Clematis. He has to retreat. Good defense from Parker. Now on the outside, it's Henry. He'll roll middle. Henry shoots, goes just wide. Backing it up is Hazelton. Once again, you're watching the LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week. West Islip 10, East Islip 9 here in quarter number 4. Off the restart. Shot there from Hazelton. Just misses. Lions keep possession. Again, reminder, both sides have both their timeouts here in the 4th quarter. We'll see how the coaching staffs utilize those as this time progresses. As Schwartz rolls out on the restart, trying to go to the short side. He misses again. I said it earlier on, but Will Schwartz, you've seen Ellis. The confidence has just continued to grow and grow and grow as this game has progressed. Shot clock will expire on the Lions, so it's just thrown away. And EI now will take the rock. Brendan McCaffrey will get things going.
So East Islip holding up on defense on that defensive trip. Now looking to try to tie up this game once again, as that 3rd quarter certainly ended with a bang for West Islip. But Travis, I got a funny feeling this game is going to go right down to the final possession. Could come down to who has the ball last potentially.
Kalinowski with a lane. He hits the post. Kalinowski and Faulkner both dive for it, and getting there was Kalinowski. What an opportunity right there. But the pass a little bit too high, and it's turned over. Busking sends it into an area, and the GB will be scooped by Will Schwarz.
Yeah, tough turnover there for East Islip, but fortunate that the pass was off the mark to Will Schwarz, or else he could have had a potential breakaway.
West Islip with the lead will take their time working through the offensive possession. It's Nicholas Henry.
Stay there. Good.
Henry rolling out. Swim move there. Shot hits the crossbar.
So that's going to get another reset on the shot clock here for West Islip.
West Islip on the restart. Hazelton with the pass. Rolling with it. Clematis. Defended by Parker. Lefty shot, save made.
What a save by Walendowski.
Walendowski, this second half has been his. He's made a lot of big stops here for East Islip. West Islip keep possession. Schwarz lane to the cage, and another save for Drew Walendowski.
Man, oh man, Drew Walendowski again doing a phenomenal job of keeping the eye in this game.
Parker, pass, fake, goal! Connor McEntee gets the hat trick. Ties it right back up at 10-10. Gotta give a lot of credit, Ellis, to Ryan Parker. What a move going from defense to offense, and a great feed to find McEntee.
Yeah, Parker taking that ball up the field, the dish to McEntee, and that's 3 for number 3 as East Islip with another response to tie up this game. And again, it can't be said enough about Drew Walendowski in the cage for EI. What a game he has had.
Makes the save, finds the outlet to Parker. Parker quickly storms down the field and finds a wide open McEntee, who made no mistake. EI win the faceoff after the goal, and 8:35 to go here in regulation. We're tied up at 10. EI now want to get this lead back. Will they do it with this possession as McEntee takes the rock and sends it up top to Braden Black? Black is defended right now by Peyton Bianca. Bianca trying to keep it tight as Black looking to use his size advantage. Takes the shot, he scores! What a snipe! Braden Black, 11-10 for EI.
Pure heat on this shot by Braden Black, which gives him his 4th of the game. And Black just getting a step on his man, putting Bianca in the rearview mirror. And that was all he needed to get that shot off and fire in the high heat to put East Islip up by 1, 11-10.
And you don't see that shooting angle too often, Ellis, where it's like right over top of the head like that.
Yeah, Black going top shelf there. He's had a heck of a game as well, Braden Black. Again, his 4th of the game for the senior committed to Cortland, and another face-off win for East Islip.
Canfora, he's been on the money at the face-off X. Now it's back with Parker. Parker with a quick fake. Now a pass. It's knocked down. Good stick there. I believe that was Varicchio off on the far side. It was the long pole. EI keep possession here. 7:45 to go. And the home side in the lead, 11-10. Owen Madden just taking his time here. Starts to work towards the goal line. He'll drop it back. Bernardos gets a pick right from Madden. Now dishes. No shot there for Kalinowski. 15 on the shot clock. Kalinowski defended very tightly by Varicchio. He'll spin back to the same side he just came from. Now trying to find a lane. Kalinowski with the pass over. Nobody home. Ball hits the deck. 3 seconds for EI to get a shot off. Madden possesses. He'll just have to drop it as a shot clock violation going on EI. West Islip now will look to clear as they take possession.
Yeah, tough look inside there for East Islip. Short time on the shot clock. Oh, how about the knockdown, though, for East Islip on that outlet by Morani.
Alfano was trying to go long there. It's knocked out again. And believe West Islip did get the timeout called in time right as Jaden Langhorne scooped up that ground ball. So first timeout of the second half called by the Lions. And they'll take possession coming out of the timeout, down by 1 with 6:50 to go.
And Travis, these are the type of games that you love to see. Two rivals going at it. This one certainly been back and forth throughout the whole way. No team has led by more than 3 goals in this game, and we are definitely in for a fantastic finish as we're down to the final 6:50 here in the fourth quarter. And it's really what you would expect from these two teams. Again, these two programs have shown throughout the course of the season that they look to be the top 2 teams in Suffolk Class B. They played each other in the playoffs last year in the semifinals, which went to East Islip, but there's a very good chance that they could be meeting potentially in the county final for the second time in the last 3 years.
And West Islip, you figure, coming out of this is certainly going to be looking for an early goal. And
Is there a Jack Hughes in the lottery?
Ellis, we talked about a little bit that this game has kind of seesawed back and forth between these two sides. You just mentioned it, that there hasn't been more than a 3-goal lead for either team throughout this contest. And it kind of speaks to no side has really been able to take momentum and run with it. It's been very brief periods of momentum going one way or the other, but the other side has responded very quickly. And that shows that these two teams, adversity doesn't really faze them. They're ready for any challenge that comes their way.
100%. These two teams are certainly poised for a deep playoff run.
Great pass. What a save, diving over Walendowski. And he's fired up, fist pump in the air. What a stop.
A huge save by Walendowski, and then in the crease was the call, giving this one back to East Islip as Parker clears up the field to their offense.
Now, a great opportunity for East Islip. Can they take the momentum off of that save and get another goal, establish a 2-goal lead, and create some separation? Pass across. Shot goes over the net. Bernardo's really stepped into that one. It'll stay with East Islip. Connor McEntee backing it up. McEntee, little swim move there. Trying to create some space for himself. Vericchio playing some tight defense. Comes back for Hannigan. Sean Hannigan now. Rolling to the far side of the field. Hannigan defended by Lanteri. Trying to make a pass for Black. He'll scoop it off the deck. Black now with a little bit of room. Closed off and pushed back outside.
Now just 10 seconds to work with for EI on the shot clock.
Bernardo's looking for Black. It misses his stick. Parker just scoops and, throws that one away. So a shot clock violation on East Islip. 5:10 remaining in this game. West Islip down by 1. They'll take possession and look for a clear as it's moved quickly to Jackson Alfano, and he'll send it ahead for Nicholas Henry. Henry's got some space. Clear successful for the Lions. And Henry's going to work it behind the cage.
So now inside of 5 minutes remaining in the game, we are in crunch time. We are in store for a tremendous finish.
Busking with the rock. It's Chase. Spins it back to Hazelton. Hazelton, little stutter step. Now he'll move it. Comes to the middle of the field. Unable to retrieve the pass was Langhorne. GB is picked up by Fantuzzi, and we get a whistle called from our official.
And this is going to be a timeout taken by Coach Zumo and East Islip. That was a great pickup on the GB by Vincent Fantuzzi. And Coach Zumo, seeing he was in a little bit of trouble there as East Islip was trying to clear, so he's going to use his first timeout here in the second half. And We know in a game like this, Travis, just how valuable every possession is as we're getting down to the wire in this game. So you don't want anything dangerous to potentially happen on that clear if you're East Islip. So good timeout taken by Coach Zumo.
That's what I was going to ask you here, Ellis, is the timeout's called. Now you have a chance to slow the game down a little bit. You come out of this timeout with possession and an opportunity, obviously, to finish the clear attempt and get an offensive opportunity. Now, is this a situation where you think East Islip's going to work quickly, try to get some insurance, add a goal to the tally, create some separation from the Lions here, or do you think it's a situation where EI is going to say, you know what, let's try to burn some clock, let's kill some more time, our defense is playing really well, we have a lot of faith and trust in our shot stopper, Drew Walendowski. He's made a ton of incredible saves, especially here in the second quarter. So do we hold it down, do we kill some time, or do we try to find that insurance marker?
No, I think you're definitely looking for insurance if you're East Islip at this stage of the game. With still 4:23 to go in the fourth quarter, this is still certainly anyone's game. So you're definitely looking to add to that lead, make it a multi-goal advantage, and they definitely like the advantage that they've had at the face-off X. So you got to feel good if you can add an insurance goal as this is going to be a turnover.
Away. And Busking. Pass to the outside, a chance, and a save! Walendowski on Peyton Bianco, what a stop!
Big time save by the senior Villanova commit, Drew Walendowski. And really, what else is new for Drew? This is just another day at the office for him, one of the best goalies on the island, and he has shown why in this game time and time again.
Busking's looking for an opening, he's got nothing there. Now a pass right side, and another one stopped! Walendowski's tracking everything here in this second half. Clear successful for EI. Taking it to the cage, Kalinowski. He's going to cut back, lost the rock momentarily, scoops it right back up as he's defended by Nicholas Henry. 3:30 to go. EI, 1-goal lead off after a couple of big-time saves from Drew Walendowski.
Yeah, and West Islip, they'll be thinking about that possession if they do come up a goal short in this game after getting the turnover out of the timeout.
They force a turnover right there. The check from Angelo Lanteri. He scooped the GB, and now West Islip are going to look to move upfield.
Just what West Islip needed as Faulkner getting this ball up the field to their offense.
It's with Michael Hazelton now. He'd love to add to his tally as he'll take it back to X, being defended by McCaffrey. Up to Busking now. Furthermore, ahead, comes into the middle of the field, back on the left side. Nicholas Henry. Henry will roll into the corner. 2:30 to go. Middle of the field, Busking. Right side for Schwarz. Schwarz. A little stutter step back to the middle. Makes the pass. Clematis for Schwarz. They run a quick switch. Now Schwarz will shoot. He scores! Another one on the board for Will Schwarz. He completes his hat trick. And once again, we are tied.
What a moment for the sophomore Will Schwarz as we take another look at this one. Oh, the underhand finish for Schwarz. You said it, Travis. His third of the game. Will Schwarz showing that he certainly has the clutch gene, tying this game up at 2:05 remaining.
A massive, massive goal right there for the West Islip Lions and Will Schwarz, the hat trick goal. And now a big face-off here. A hold gets called, and it's going to East Islip. Everyone thought it was going the Lions' way. Everyone on the field, I should say. Instead, it's going to EI, and Braden Black will take possession here. Under 2 remaining in this tied game, 11-11. Ellis, you said it earlier on. This one was likely going to come down to that final possession, right to the final buzzer. And right now, it looks like it has the makings to come down to just that. As Black, nice recoveries. That one looked like it might skip out of bounds, a little wayward pass. Black will work it up top for Kalinowski. He lost it but recovers. Kalinowski down to X. Up top. Madden misses the pass. It's going to skip all the way out of bounds at midfield. And West Islip will take the rock with 1:19 to go.
What could be a potentially costly turnover for East Islip.
An unforced error right there.
Yeah,
for
those,
EI.
Yeah, those are the ones that you really wish you'd have back. Now it's West Islip looking to jump back in front with just over a minute remaining here in the fourth.
We have a 13-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Final minute of play here in regulation. Tied up at 11. Pick left for Schwarz. Schwarz to the middle of the field. Little head fake. Clematis, no shot lane. He'll back up. And timeout going to be called here by West Islip. 49 seconds on the game clock. 35 seconds on the shot clock. And a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, and I was thinking, Travis, that it would only be a matter of time before Coach Cork would use that second timeout here in the second half. And he does just that. So now if you're West Islip, of course, you're looking to play for the lead and possibly what could be the game winner here down the stretch and get out of this one with a win. And you said it, Travis, there's a 14-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So if East Islip's defense holds up, they could get one more shot here to wind down this fourth quarter. But West Islip, they're trying to come out of this timeout and get the go-ahead goal. And what a game we have been treated to here this evening.
It's been a phenomenal contest. There's a reason why it's the LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week. This rivalry contest between East Islip and West Islip, as predicted, coming right down to the wire. We're in the home stretch now. 49 seconds on the game clock. West Islip with possession coming out of this timeout. We'll see who will take the rock and take command here.
Yeah, and we've seen Will Schwartz, the sophomore. He's had the hot hand in the second half, especially here in this fourth quarter. And, of course, Quinn Riley, the senior committed to High Point. He's had himself a day with 4 goals on the evening. Let's see what West Islip can come up with out of this timeout.
Clematis started it by quickly moving it to Hazelton. Again, 14-second difference between shot and game clock. So West Islip has to get a shot off here. They can't take it down to the final buzzer. Schwarz with 15 on that shot clock. He cuts back, lost his footing. He'll have to kick it over to Chase Busking. 10 on the shot clock now. 25 to go in the game. Busking spins, looking for a shot. Just missed. EI is going to take possession. 18 seconds to go.
What a defensive stance by East Islip to keep this game tied.
EI going to call their timeout now.
Yeah, using that final timeout here of the second half. But what a defensive stance for East Islip, keeping this game tied and then winning the chase for possession on that shot attempt. So now in the final 18 seconds, they'll have a chance here to clear the ball up the field and potentially win this game in walk-off fashion. But would you expect anything less between these two rivals?
And Ellis just got word that Drew Walendowski has 18 saves here in this game. And we've talked about a lot about his play here in this second half. He's been phenomenal and a big reason why EI has a chance to win this game, especially here on this final possession.
Yeah, absolutely, because West Islip, they've certainly had opportunities to jump back in front and grab maybe a one or potential multi-goal lead, which would have gone a long way. But Drew Walendowski, again, just seeing the ball tremendously well in this game. No surprise that Drew Walendowski performs very well under pressure, delivering the goods for certain in this game.
No, it was a pole. I'm sorry.
It was a pole with a 4 at the end. It might have been 44.
I'm sorry.
Now, again, 18.8 to go. 11-11. Quarter number 4. Parker's going to start with the rock in his own side of the field.
Stick out, Drew.
A quick pass ahead. Rizzuto starts to work it forward. 10 seconds remaining. He'll beat one and continues to carry. Rizzuto stops up, hits Black. He's got 3 seconds to shoot. Closed off, split by 2 defenders. Shot gets blocked. Another one through. Madden trying to beat the buzzer, goes wide. We are going to overtime.
West Islip getting the defensive stance that they needed in the end to keep this game all tied up. So 4 quarters, not enough to decide a winner in this rivalry. And for the viewers at home, grab your popcorn and your soda, have a seat, and get ready for what should be a fantastic overtime period coming up.
The captain's going to go meet in the middle of the field right now, Ellis. And this game has certainly lived up to the billing, all the hype coming into it as expected. These two sides, the players on each team have put on a show for everybody here today, everybody at home tuning in. I want to thank you all at home for sticking with us throughout this contest. You get a little bit of free lacrosse now as we head to overtime. The LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week has certainly been that. The Game of the Week, these two teams have brought their A++ game here this evening. And now we're going to get overtime started. Who is going to secure the golden goal? Ellis, as I like to say, who's putting their head on the pillow a hero tonight?
We are going to find out the answer to that question in just a matter of minutes. And again, Travis, we talked about it earlier, but throughout this game, East Islip, they've had the edge at the face-off X.
We've seen Lucas Dumont taking a lot of the face-offs for West Islip. Stepping in for OT for West Islip, it's going to be Mickey Faulkner to square off with Chase Canfora. And we've talked about how elite he's been, and Canfora's going to win another one to get overtime started. And as soon as he wins it, the timeout gets called by East Islip as they're going to look to set things up and secure a winner early here in OT.
So East Islip doing exactly what they were instructed coming out of that brief timeout before the start of OT, win the face-off, and immediately call timeout. And now you're looking to come out of this timeout and win this game in walk-off fashion. So a huge face-off win to start OT, won by Canfora.
Just said it. He's been elite all day at the face-off X. Really, he's been elite all season at the face-off X. Can't just say today. But a huge face-off win to start overtime for the home side. And now an opportunity to send their fans home happy. It's going to go 12-11 one way, Ellis. East Islip looking to secure it their way with this possession right here to kick overtime off. After that massive face-off win, West Islip now going to look to lock things down, get a big stop, and try to get an opportunity of their own. Parker, of course, for EI, going to start with the rock here. And you know the Lions are going to try to quickly close him off. Officials' whistle goes, and here comes Parker to get things going. He'll start by working it off to the left-hand side. Parker hits the 30 and peels back to the middle. And now it's with Braden Black. Black's had a hot stick today. Don't be surprised if he's a shooter here in OT. And here's Black with that shot. He goes just wide.
Black looking to be a hero on that shot, which would have been his 5th goal of the game. It does go wide, but possession remains with East Islip.
Bernardos will restart with it. Just 30 seconds gone here in overtime. And we get things going once again.
Come on, Barbados.
It's back with Braden Black. Black being defended by Nick Clematis.
Good.
Black works left, shoots, goes wide again. Stays with EI, backed up by Bernardos once more.
Still 30 on the shot clock for East Islip to work with.
Yes. Get a fake working.
Bernardos
Anticipating he comes around again.
gets a pick right.
Not a
He'll
good
drop
pass.
it back to Hannigan. Hannigan
Come on, Hannigan. Hannigan.
being
Out.
defended very tight by Lanteri, trying to create some space. Pass over the head of Black. Unforced turnover for EI. West Islip going to take possession.
Yeah, and that was really good on-ball defense by Angelo Lanteri. And Hannigan looking to get rid of it. Sails it high and out of bounds. So now West Islip with possession, looking to clear up to their offense.
Minute gone here in overtime. As West Islip, as Ellis just mentioned, look to clear. Comes ahead, pass right for Schwartz, and the timeout gets called by West Islip. And you see them now coming off the bench, coming together. They are fired up after that stop. And now a chance with their first possession offensively in overtime to secure the win and head home happy. Ellis, big time stop right there in OT for the Lions.
Yeah, 100%. Again, lockdown defense by number 5, Angelo Lanteri, forcing that pass by Hannigan as he was looking to move the ball, forcing him to throw that one out of bounds. And West Islip holding up on defense, Coach Cork using his timeout. And now the tables have turned as it's the Lions looking to come away with the win on the road.
Would be a big bounce back win for the Lions after falling last week to Kings Park in what was their first loss of the season. Don't want to fall into a skid here if you're West Islip. It would make it 2 in a row.
White.
So a win here for the Lions would be crucial. Really, a win for either side is crucial. We talked about it in the pregame. This game could go a very long way when it comes to playoff seeding.
Yeah, this game, you would figure, is in essence for the number 1 seed in Suffolk Class B.
We'll see how the Lions get going here on the restart.
No.
Clear, successful. Hazelton with the rock.
That's the last game. Stay there.
Hazelton defended by McCaffrey. It's Hazelton on the pass for Busking. Busking looking through the middle. Nothing there, so he'll retreat.
Get a top side.
He's trying to find a lane. He had a pick coming right, but Riley will back off. Now Riley comes in to set that pick. And now instead he'll just keep it moving. Busking working slow here. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Another pick set for Busking. Gets to the middle of the field. He's calling for one more. Fakes right, goes left. Still Busking controlling. He'll work it back behind the cage. Will Schwartz.
Body. All body.
15 on the shot clock. That goes through over the net out of the stick of Nick Clematis. Stays with West Islip, but 11 to go on the shot clock. Got to get something off quick here.
Come on, White.
1:59 to go here in OT.
Let's go, White.
Nicholas Henry. Henry. Pass up top. Received. Leaping up to get that one was Schwartz. His shot hit a body and went wide. It's going to stay with the Lions, but now just 4 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Chase Busking will go back to scoop it.
Lock him in.
Waiting on the whistle from the official.
Did you play? Yeah.
Official just directing Busking off to the corner. And we get going here. Busking looking for a quick pass. 2 and 1. Just has to toss it away. EI take the rock. And $1:40 to go.
Both teams holding up on defense, Travis. Got to give major credit to the defenses on both sides. Now it's Walendowski with the rock. Looking to clear this one up the field for East Islip.
And Busking was right on it, trying to apply some pressure. As Walendowski makes a move. Almost had it swiped away. Turnover forced. Ground ball scooped by Faulkner. And now Faulkner for West Islip takes it around the cage. Faulkner looking for an outlet after forcing that turnover. Will finally dish it off for Riley. And now West Islip another chance to win it. Riley goes down. 2 defenders close on him. 1 minute remaining here in OT. It's Schwarz. Off for Henry. Nicholas Henry's got some space to work with. Maybe looking for an ISO here. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Henry goes left, no lane to the net.
Park, get back, Park.
Pass goes well over the head of Clematis, but right there backing it up was Busking. Busking on a spin move. Lefty shot! Definitely went off a body. Don't know if it was Parker or Walendowski in front. Parker went down to try to block that one. It skipped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lions.
So West Islip keeping possession, but just 14 seconds on the shot clock as the ball is with Schwarz.
Here comes Will Schwarz. Schwarz, a pass, shot, they score! Game winner, Nicholas Henry, 12-11 for West Islip.
What a finish to this game. And Nick Henry, who's been a feeding machine in this one, this time he comes up with the goal at the biggest point of the game. And it's Henry, the Manhattan commit, with the walk-off win on the road for West Islip as they take this one 12-11 in OT.
I pose the question, who's putting their head on the pillow a hero tonight? Nicholas Henry, you get the honor, my friend. The game-winning goal, 12-11. The final score, West Islip take a big-time victory here on the road over EI in what was a back-and-forth game that Ellis really could have gone to either side. In the end, it's West Islip who come out on top.
Yeah, and what a game we were treated to, Travis. 2 of the top teams in Suffolk Class B. They treated us to a tremendous game. No surprise that it came down right to the wire. And again, 4 quarters, not even enough to decide a winner in this game. And in the end, it's the road team, West Islip, coming away with the 12-11 victory.
Just 24 seconds left in overtime. And Nicholas Henry finds the GWG. Got to tip your cap to both shot stoppers in this one. Drew Walendowski and Jackson Alfano. Especially Jackson, after he checked into the game, didn't get started here, made a couple of big stops. Walendowski, we talked about him so much in that second half, Ellis, where he really gave EI a chance, made a lot of big-time saves, and those 2 certainly went to battle. These 2 teams as a whole went to battle, and in the end, picking up the rivalry win. It's West Islip, 12-11 over EI. Want to thank you all so much for tuning into tonight's broadcast. Once again, West Islip 12, East Islip 11. On behalf of our producer, Rowan Loddick, our cameraman, Wally Mitchell, Ellis Joshua, I'm Travis Quigley. Hope you all have a phenomenal rest of your night. Thank you again for tuning in to the LILJ Buoy 4 Game of the Week, powered by the LI Sports Network. And as always, we will see you next time.